good side. Come on, groove me, baby. Move, baby. Oh, sock it to me, mama. Oh, I like it like that, baby. Groove me, baby. Hey, groove me, darling. Come on, come on. I need you to sock it to me, mama. Come on, and now. Groove me, baby. Hey, good. It make me feel so good inside, mama. Come on, come on, and groove me, baby. Groove me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, rock it to me, rock it to me. Come on, come on, come on, groove me, mama.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The smoky haze hanging over much of the eastern U.S. is expected to stick around until at least tomorrow. It's from wildfires in northeastern Canada.
Roughly 100 million Americans are under an air quality alert, with health officials in many cities and states suggesting people wear masks, warning vulnerable residents to stay indoors, including the elderly and those with heart or lung conditions.
Fox's Molly Line. House Republicans dropped plans to hold FBI Director Christopher contempt over a document describing allegations of a bribe paid to President Biden when he was vice president.
The Oversight Committee had been scheduled to meet on a resolution holding Wray in contempt of Congress, but Chair James Comer announced he was calling off the vote after the FBI finally offered to let all committee members review a 2020 document at the center of the standoff.
Fox's Kevin Cork. Louisiana is the latest state to ban transgender transition treatment for anybody under 18. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And good morning. Right now means right now it's 7 a.m., 7:01. Actually, I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome to the Thursday edition of Live and Local Real Talk. Oh, and who's this?
This is Shockwave.
Shockwave. Shockwave's in the lap, in the house.
He came up. He wanted to get his massage early.
Yeah, he did. Anyway, well, you've heard just on Fox News all sorts of stuff happening around the world, and including here at home. And I guess topping the list of news right now that everybody's talking about is that blasted smoke that's out there.
That's
it
really something.
Hasn't hit us here, but it's a good possibility it will. The thick hazardous haze blanketing the Northeast is, people from the United States and Canada could be there through the weekend, maybe longer. That's according to the U.S. National Weather Service. The weather systems that driving the Great Canadian American Smokeout, as they call it, is a low-pressure system will remain in Nova Scotia and will likely, they say, be hanging around at least for the next few days. Conditions will remain unhealthy for the people living in that area. They've closed airports in New York and New Jersey.
Yes.
And some of the pictures that I've been seeing out of the Big Apple are like, wow.
Yeah, they've canceled a lot of stuff in New York, Broadway shows.
And, hopefully the fire will get put out, but the forecasters are saying not likely, not anytime soon. They're working on it. It's the direction of the wind that's bad. If the wind changes the first of next week, as they are tentatively predicting, it could help things.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, it would.
I'm still curious as to how all this started. Have you heard?
I'm still trying to find something about that, and I have not seen anything.
A friend of mine
about what we've got
told me yesterday that he heard that it was just started like all over Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well,
they're called wildfires. It's
right.
not one. It's just a bunch of them.
But he was hearing that they might have been intentionally set, which I don't know.
That would be might be, could be, water be.
Yes. The pictures coming out of New York, I mean, it's just orange.
Yes, ugly.
And I know North Carolina Environmental has us under a code orange.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of issues with respiratory issues, breathing problems,
Stay inside, wear a mask.
yes,
And now's not the time. If you're, we don't have it here along the eastern seaboard right now in North Carolina. I haven't heard of anything, but there is a distinct possibility we will start getting some.
I think they have us under a code orange alert through midnight.
The normal air quality index in New York, 80. Parts of New York yesterday, the quality index was over 400.
Oh,
That means
wow.
your breathing is, for God's sakes, anybody with a breathing problem, anybody with COPD, wow, no,
Yes,
just don't.
terrible. I mean,
Just-
they even sporting events were canceled.
Of course.
Everything. So, kudos to New York for taking precautions.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got cooking around here. The
Oh, there's always something cooking.
yeah. You know, I read this last night, and I'm just going to say, come one, come all, to what will likely be a dog and pony show with no definitive showing of anything significant. The FBI is willing now to allow all members of the House Oversight Committee to view the subpoenaed documents that alleges President Biden was involved in a criminal bribery scheme. They put off doing that. They said they weren't going to do it, or they just didn't respond to the request. And then the House drew up a resolution to take Christopher Wray down. And so they have thing that this House Oversight Committee, all members of the panel, would be able to view the document in question in a secure location. It's unclear whether the secure location will be in a sensitive compartmented information facility on Capitol Hill or at the FBI's headquarters.
Interesting.
It well,
How many committees do we have right now that are investigating?
I have no clue.
Is anybody in Congress?
In a week after the contempt hearings were announced, with plenty of time to redact anything the Bureau wants to redact, the Oversight Committee will be able to show everything the FBI wants them to see everything the FBI wants them to see. Is that the way I'm reading it or interpreting it or anticipating it?
Well, I agree with the way you're reading it. Yes.
I'm thinking that there's going to be huge redactions in there.
Sure.
Because if it's a case that is actually under investigation, which I assume it will be, then they cannot give away too much of an investigation.
That's correct.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
The document describes, we're told, a $5 million criminal scheme involving then Vice President Biden and a foreign national relating to the exchange of money for policy decisions. Uh-oh.
Well,
The FBI brought what they call the FD 1023 form to Capitol Hill Monday for Comer and ranking member Jamie Raskins from the Democrat side to review in a secured area, resulting from a back and forth between committee Republicans and the Bureau over whether it was in compliance with his subpoena. So I guess it is in compliance with the subpoena, so they're going to let everybody on that committee look at it. I haven't heard from Comer yet, or Raskins, as to whether there's been a lot of redactions or whether it answers their questions.
well, now Raskins is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
He's like kind of like a Jim Jordan, but he's on the Democratic side. So, but I just, there's so many investigations going on right now, so many committees.
Yeah, that's just a lot of hooey out there.
It is. I can't keep up with them all.
This is something, it's graduation season, right?
Yes.
High schools are graduating, junior highs or middle schools or whatever you call them are graduating. Jethro's graduating from the 6th grade again.
Again.
A high
Oh.
school in Texas has rescheduled its graduation ceremony after most of the senior class was found ineligible to graduate.
What?
According to the Marlin Independent School District, the ceremony has been pushed to June, later in June, to give nearly 30 seniors more time to meet graduation requirements. According to an audit from the district, there are only 33 seniors at Marlin High School. 28 of them did not meet the graduation requirements due to their attendance or their grades.
Isn't this a little late? Shouldn't we've probably known this before now?
I think they should have told them beforehand. I guess they gave them 3 or 4 days notice and then, canceled the graduation. So we'll see. A man here in North Carolina is in the county jail after deputies arrested him for multiple drug trafficking charges. William Edwards has been charged by the Craven County Sheriff's Office with 10 felony counts of various drug trafficking charges. The 29-year-old Vanceboro guy is in the Craven County Hotel on a $4 million bond. Charges include trafficking in heroin and fentanyl, felony conspiracy trafficking heroin, 2 felony counts of trafficking meth, felony sale Schedule II controlled substance, felony deliver Schedule II controlled substance, felony maintaining a vehicle for controlled substance, and felony possession with intent to sell, deliver Schedule II controlled substance. $4 million. I guess he's probably going to hang around there until trial date.
Craven County has been busting them left
They've
and
been
right.
doing good. Yep. A Greenville woman has been charged with murder after a man died from a drug overdose. The Pitt County Sheriff's Office charged 39-year-old Abby Gomez with second-degree murder. This resulted from the December 2021 death of 38-year-old Scott Isley. They say the investigation determined he died from multi-drug toxicity and that Gomez was one of the individuals who provided Isley with the illegal drugs. An additional guy is expected to be arrested. Gomez remains locked away under $2 million bond.
As she should.
Wow. Maybe we're going to get serious here after a while.
I hope so. Harsher sentences, longer jail time, prison time.
I've been to the Dominican Republic briefly, just basically stepped across the border. It's a very pretty area. It's become a very nice tropical and a nice getaway for people. From divers to beachgoers to just people who want to be there. But it borders Haiti. It's got it shares land, Hispaniola with Haiti. The State Department Tuesday issued a travel advisory for Americans looking to visit the DR amid an increase in violent crime and sexual assaults. A yellow flag level 2 advisory was issued urging travelers heading to the Caribbean hotspot to exercise increased caution. The State Department noted that Americans looking to travel to resorts are likely safer as those areas tend to be better policed than urban areas like Santo Domingo. In other words, a lot of resorts in the Caribbean. I've been to Jamaica a number of times. If you stay in the resort's compound, they have security guards that actually work there all
Yes.
night long.
You just love stressing me out because my granddaughter's getting ready to go.
She's going to the wrong place.
She just.
But those places are generally pretty safe. The implementation of a 911 emergency call system in many parts of the country and a tourist police force have also made top destinations safer for Americans traveling to the eastern side of the island of Hispaniola.
What about Belize?
Belize is, well, how are you going to get there?
Plane.
Okay. As long as you get there by plane, don't travel into Mexico and then take a bus over.
Now I'm really freaked out. All right, how about Cancun?
You going to fly directly into Cancun?
I imagine that's what they're doing.
Okay. Stay there. Don't take any side trips. Stay in groups.
Well, I've been schooling her, and her answer to me is, "Grandma, you can't live your life sheltered." And I'm like, tell an 18-year-old.
Gang violence in Haiti has ramped up drastically. Poverty and corruption have run unchecked following the 2021 assassination of their president. And some of that stuff is spilling over into the Dominican Republic, the western part of the Dominican Republic. They go to the eastern part. That's where the beaches and stuff are. You're going to be a lot better off.
Okay.
Are you still stressed?
I'm stressed.
Okay.
I'm not even going to ask her when she's leaving. I'll just wait till she gets back.
Maybe
Ugh.
less stressful for you. You
So,
remember Robert Hansen?
oh, yes. Wasn't he an FBI agent turned spy?
He became a spy. He
Right.
got caught. Well, they found him dead in the prison cell.
Uh-oh. Any news
No.
as to how he died?
He quit breathing. Not much been put out about it yet.
Oh,
So,
okay.
And,
He wasn't at the same prison that was at, was he?
no. Nope.
Well,
The 19-year-old facing murder charges in the Virginia high school graduation ceremony shooting.
yeah, the second-degree murder charges.
Yeah, he was arraigned yesterday.
Oh, please tell me how much.
I don't know.
Well, how
what the
much was
bond
his
is.
bail?
He said he would get his own lawyer. That's a good thing. So he's still in jail. And he's being now held without bond.
Okay.
His name is Amari Ty John Pollard. He's only 19. 2 counts of second-degree murder. The family of the 2 people who died. Let's see, it was 18-year-old Sean Jackson and Jackson's stepfather, 36-year-old Renzo Smith.
Oh, so sad.
The youngsters, the 18-year-old's mother, Tamika Jackson Smith, said that her son and her now husband died in the shooting. She said their 19-year-old daughter that she shared with Smith, 9-year-old daughter she shared with Smith, was hit by a car in the chaos that erupted afterward. The girl was treated for leg injuries and released from the hospital.
So sad. What, just an hour prior to him? I mean, he just graduated.
Yes.
Just graduated. And it's just so sad. And I hope they can get to the bottom of it. But you were talking yesterday about the shooting we had here in Onslow County on
Yep.
Tuesday morning.
Yep.
And an arrest.
Yep.
Juvenile.
Yep.
And they found the red Mustang.
Good.
A juvenile now. A juvenile.
Hmm.
Which any age is bad, but
Yeah.
a juvenile.
Yeah.
It just hurts my heart. These kids are just not even making it to adulthood.
Including the 2 who were killed there in Virginia at that
Yes.
graduation. There were 5 others were males between 14 and 58 were wounded. A 31-year-old man remains in critical condition with a life-threatening wound.
Mm.
The other 4 victims had injuries not considered life-threatening. At least 12 other people were otherwise injured or treated for anxiety. I just kind of a shooting situation like that.
And I don't know if you saw the video where all the people were outside of the school and everybody's hugging each other and talking and just so happy. And then shots ring out.
It's thought the shooter knew at least one of the victims. Virginia's Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears spoke of gang activities and criminal activities permeating the city of Richmond. Said this is not about law-abiding gun owners. This is about gangs. Who is in charge, he asked. Is it the mayor or the police chief? She asked. Let's start naming names, she said. Well, I agree with that. Give them credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
But when these kinds of things, gang activities are just all over the place, and that's what we read about. We don't read about it so much, because Jacksonville basically is not, believe me, there are gangs here.
Yes.
But the gangs here that are here are the police are watching them closely. The sheriff's office is watching them closely. They're keeping tabs on them. They know who they are.
Yes,
So,
they do.
and if they do something wrong, they're going to go to, and that's a good thing.
I know. I was sitting there thinking yesterday, watching the school buses go by the house, and I think school gets out this week. I think this is the last
I
week of
think so.
school. I was just thinking about, oh God, we go back to the nights that the kids roaming the streets and
Yep.
bashing mailboxes, and I'm like, oh, I don't look forward to this.
Okay, time for weather. Let's take a break here.
Let's
Live and
do
local,
that.
Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents Doug.
Check it out. A roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Lino, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Bill's International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. See how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up from a traditional lap bar to a familiar steering wheel experience for stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Unlock the possibilities of your lawn with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street in Kinston for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 in all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
After a long day, who wants to spend time in the kitchen? Let the Burrow Restaurant simplify your life and do the cooking for you. Family dinners that will please even the pickiest palate. Place your to-go order at the Burrow's Facebook page. Tell us if there's a special pickup time or any other instructions, and we'll take care of the rest. And craft cocktails to go. Restrictions apply. Ask for details. Simplify your life with help from the Burrow Restaurant, 109 Front Street in historic downtown Swansboro.
Yeah, I was at
It's
the
live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
I was at the Borough last Friday night with some friends visiting from Ohio. Oh my goodness, they loved it. I loved it. My wife loved it. It was, as always, just perfect. We always get a call for reservations in advance, so make sure we have a table waiting for us and don't have to stand in line outside.
That's right.
So I recommend that, strongly recommend that for all of you folks. Last night with the same couple, we ate at the sister restaurant, Il Signo. Signo. It's the Italian restaurant there.
I thought it was Mexican.
I know, you did.
Anything with an L before it.
And I'll tell you what, it's an IL. And when you get there, if you choose to go there, do also make the reservation in advance, because they do fill up fast. They open their doors at 4:00 each day, except I forgot which day they're closed. One day a week they're closed. And I got there with reservations, thank goodness, at 4:00 one day, because we hadn't eaten lunch. And the line was long outside the door.
And you walked right past.
And when they opened the door, they said, all of those with reservations step up. Hot dang. Excuse me, coming through. So
Yeah.
that's the way I did it. And,
Were you getting some disgruntled looks?
Well, inside it didn't take long. Everybody got a seat. That wasn't an issue. But they're on their appetizer menu. Wow, the eggplant meatballs. That doesn't sound like it would be good, right? It's got a sauce. There's a sauce there to kill for. So
I love Italian.
I do too. And last night I had their scallops there. Portoni pork. I forget to say what it is. Anyway, it's scallops on the menu.
I'm hungry.
Oh, I'll stay hungry. So anywho, Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop here in Jacksonville for all of your boating and fishing needs, is the place you need to stop in today. They open the doors in an hour and 2 minutes. They're open weekdays, 8:30 till 5, Saturdays, 8:30 till 2. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't have to need a boat, you don't have to need fishing tackle. If you want it, you can go there to get it. If your boat ain't doing what it should be doing, take it in and get it serviced. Should have done it earlier, but you can still get it done in time to enjoy this season, unless there's something really critically wrong with it, requiring lots of parts that have to be ordered. But they'll get you in shape. They'll get you back on the water. And remember, our season here, especially for fishermen, it doesn't end on Labor Day. It's great fishing.
That's right.
So that fall
All year
fishing, some
long.
of the best there is, and there is fishing all year long.
October.
You've got winter fishing for trout and redfish. You can do that. And if you got an offshore boat, you can go out there to the Gulf Stream for wahoo and kings all year long. Okay, so stop on by, check it out, see if they've got something that you want, and if there's something you need, check that out too. They'll help you out. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. I'll be there at about 10. Northerly winds 5 to 10 today, becoming southerly in the afternoon. Seas around 3 feet, dominant period 3 seconds. Sounds and rivers of light chop, hazy this morning. That's what we got right now.
Yes.
Northwesterly winds around 5 knots tomorrow, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon. 2 to 3 footers, dominant period 4 seconds. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Saturday, westerly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop, diminishing to twiggy flat in the afternoon.
And today we have a 30% chance of showers with widespread haze, partly sunny with a high near 77, calm wind becoming west around 6 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 56. Friday, sunny with a high near 81, northwest wind 3 to 8. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 55. And Saturday, gorgeous, sunny with a high near 84, calm wind becoming west around 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. Great beach day.
Well, yesterday, President Biden went off on Republicans who had supported this this ban on his
student loan debt.
Student loans. He's going to pay out $400 billion of money as a student loan and student loan handouts. Says he ain't going to back down. So he's going to veto the bill that the Republicans have put forth, they have adopted it. He forgot when he was blasting the Republicans for all this that 2 Democrats also voted for it.
That's right.
To ban this stuff.
I just don't understand it. I mean, he was all for paying off student loan debts, and now he's taking an opposite, a 360 on it.
No, he wants to pay it off.
Oh, I thought he was vetoing it.
He's vetoing the ban,
Vetoing a ban.
that would
All
have
right.
stopped it from happening. You know, I'm going to see this somehow hitting the Supreme Court. Don't know how, but of
You're right.
course, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she says that his student loan giveaway plan, that's what she called it, will be torpedoed by the Supreme Court because of the high court's corruption.
I don't
What?
listen to anything she says. I'm sorry. Even she was a Republican. I couldn't listen to anything she says. She's wacky.
43 million borrowers are eligible to receive the federal handout, some of it up to $20,000. How about the people who have already paid back their loans?
Absolutely correct. Spent years paying it back, years. It seems like they should be able to get at least some kind of tax break for the next 5 years or something. And
I don't get it.
how are we combating inflation doing this in that $1 trillion budget that we just approved? I don't know. Here's a story for you. Do you do a lot of online shopping? I know you probably don't, but Robbie does.
She does.
I know I do. Kelly does.
She's got daily deliveries.
Oh, she just leaves a sandwich out on the porch for the delivery guy. Well, UPS is talking about going on strike.
Oh,
Hundreds
my.
of thousands of UPS workers this week could authorize a strike that will bring the world's biggest package courier to a standstill. They're going to
Oh,
vote this week on whether to authorize a strike if their union, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, sounds bad, does not reach a new contract with UPS by August 1st. The vote results will be announced next week, so we will know by next week. But a nationwide UPS strike would be the largest work stoppage in U.S. history. The union represents more than half of the UPS's total global employee base, 340,000 UPS Teamsters, which includes drivers and package sorters.
Wonder what will happen with the packages that are being shipped before they
They
go
will
on
sit.
strike.
That's a good question. More than likely to be
Those-
sitting in warehouses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it said a strike at UPS would affect nearly every household in the country. 6% of the nation's gross domestic product is moved in UPS trucks every year.
I know a lot of, there's a daily stop for UPS down at Tideline. They
Yes.
drop off packages every day from various vendors.
Right. Do they pick up from there also?
Yeah.
Is it a pickup point?
No, but they pick up our stuff.
Yes. I know you can call it. You can schedule that. They'll do that. But this is huge. And the only thing I would think that if they did go on strike, that a lot of these companies would probably have to start sending the packages through
FedEx and
FedEx Postal
USPS.
Service. Oh, my postal people, you better gear up.
Well, Amazon ships, I guess, I don't know how much, but a big chunk of their stuff is via postal service, right?
Yes, it is.
Because they have a contract with them.
Yes, they do. Now, a lot of stuff depending on where it's coming from and the
Mhm.
size of it, UPS will bring.
Yeah.
I know the last couple things I got were actually FedEx,
Yeah.
but and now Amazon has opened up a lot of their own hub centers and hired their own drivers. You know, your
Yep.
contract driver.
They were talking about that here.
Yes.
Is it happening?
No, no. I think that their closest hub is in Raleigh right now, I think. But they'll eventually start
I
spreading
think
out.
Holly Ridge would be an ideal place because it could serve Wilmington and
Yes,
Jacksonville and
yes.
surrounding.
Well, I know the Postal Service doesn't have as much as they had before, but they still have a heavy load of Amazon every day.
Yeah, and I see them driving our streets on Sundays.
Oh yes, they do. They do that. Yes, they'll deliver Amazon and other pertinent, very important for mail like priority and stuff. They'll go ahead and grab that and get it out. Yes, I mean it's in every day, every day.
Well, if you were living in Serbia, you were given an ultimatum. Turn in all of your guns and ammo.
No.
We're disarming a society. They had 2 mass shootings in consecutive days in early May. It hardly ever happens there, and everybody's got a gun. A 13-year-old boy armed with his father's pistol killed 9 people, including 8 children, at an elementary school in Belgrade. A day later, a 28-year-old killed 8 and injured 14 in a rampage through a town just south of Belgrade. In response to the twin tragedies, the president of Serbia set out on a mission to cleanse Serbia of all firearms. Unlike most European nations, Serbia has many illegal guns throughout its society. Serbia has been awash in guns, and the proliferation of firearms, and mostly a legacy of the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s. Serbia is tied for 3rd with Montenegro in gun ownership in the world, behind the United States and Yemen. Again,
Interesting.
it's like the mayor of Richmond said, it ain't the guns, it's the gangs, it's the hoods, it's bad people.
That's right. It's the person behind the trigger.
And we've got so much drug activity. We've got so many undocumented folks coming into this country. We don't know how much drugs they're actually bringing. We don't know how many guns they're bringing. We don't have a way of knowing any of this.
No, we don't.
Our government has pretty much shut down to enforce any laws at the border. Just welcome on in. Here, take a number. Please come back to court when we call you. Do you have a good cell phone number you can give me? Uh-huh. I'd like to know that once, I wish some reporter would get off the pot and do a story on those courts that they're holding, the hearings that they hold for these people. How many of them are actually showing up when they're called?
That's a good question.
If we don't know where they are, but we call their name, I'd like to see that stat for every
failure to appear.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a lot of that, tying up our court system with all that.
We're tying up so much with all of that, and it'd be so simple to close the border.
I agree 100%. I think we have a border crisis. It continues to be a crisis. Meantime, we're paying for it. We're having to take, there's been young children left at the border.
Yes.
Just left.
Yeah.
With no parents, anybody. And we're having to take them in.
Yep.
And we're having to clothe them and feed them and put them in foster care. I mean, that's really sad. But look at what else is coming through the border. It's no telling how many immigrants that we have in this country now that are like from Russia, other areas.
Venezuela,
Yes.
Haiti,
And then we're going to have something huge
China.
happen. It's because we've let these people in. They're plotting, they're planning.
Well, even if nothing happens, our economy is just going to continue to go down the toilet,
Uh,
and we're all going to be taxed so we can beef it up.
I can barely feed myself, and now having to feed others.
Yeah.
We all are stressed over it. I mean, we go to the inflation stations to buy our groceries, and we're dealing with that. And now here our country is bringing in other people to feed. I mean, I'm all for helping people, but sometimes we have to put ourselves first.
Yep, absolutely. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We won't talk about a hurricane season.
Yeah. Oh.
You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Beautiful music on the next Goddard's Gold. We feature Ken Carpenter and Brother Richard with all the hits. We've only just begun. Sing Close to You, Goodbye to Love, For All We Know, Only Yesterday, Top of the World, Please Mr. Postman, Hurting Each Other, Superstar, Richard and Karen, the Carpenters, music, interviews and stories, next Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Freedom 97.1 and at 1120 a.m. WSME.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan Office of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years. Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 353-4760.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Staughton Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back. We put off using the H word there for quite a while. There's nothing out there in the Atlantic tropics that indicates over the next 48 hours that anything's going to show up.
Thank you.
But that can change in a day. NOAA forecasters with the Climate Prediction Center division of the National Weather Service is predicting near normal hurricane activity in the Atlantic this year. I don't know what that means. So NOAA's outlook for the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season goes from 1 June to 30 November, predicts a 40% chance of a near normal season, a 30% chance of an above normal season, and a 30% chance of a below normal season. What?
Flip a coin.
Yeah. NOAA is forecasting a range of anywhere between 12 to 17 total named storms. That means anything with sustained winds of 39 miles per hour or higher. Tropical storms are in the 39 mile per hour range to 73, and they're above 74. They're hurricanes.
Yes.
Named storms 12 to 17, hurricanes 5 to 9, major hurricanes is anywhere from 1 to 4.
Now let me just say this: a normal prediction. We're predicting a normal hurricane season.
Yeah.
All you need is one.
That's it.
All you need is one to come in and just cause all this havoc. So
it's like a fishing tournament, folks. All you got to have is the one big fish. You don't need a bunch.
I don't understand saying a normal hurricane season. Nothing is normal with a hurricane.
Well, we got the El Nino,
which is better for us.
Yeah. The water temperatures, that will be a part of it.
Yes.
The ocean temperatures, that's what happens. They're going to be normal. They started out this year being pretty high.
Yes.
We did not have a type of deal. And even in the early spring, our water temperatures were higher than normal. And then they dropped a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
They said that was the factor that was working against us with the water already being
Yes, it
warm.
was.
But the El Nino is supposed to help us where the La Nina was causing havoc.
Yeah. The tropical cyclone names this year, I seem to know a lot of people just like in this list.
Me too.
Arlene, Brett, I know a Brett, I know a Cindy, I know a Don, I know an Emily, a Franklin. I do not know a Gert.
Me, I do.
I know a Harold. I don't know a Daddy. I know Jose. Don't know Katia. There's some little lady named Lee. I know her.
That's gonna be a bad one.
I even know male Lees. I don't know Margot or Nigel or Ophelia or Philippe. I know of a Philippe. Rena, I don't know that one either. Sean, yes. Tammy, yes. Vince, yes. And Whitney, yes.
Well, at least I'd say 99% are names that we can just sit here and say right out loud without wondering if they're that should be caught, I think.
I don't know.
It was so funny because I was looking at their website the other day, the National Hurricane Center, and they actually put out phonetic spellings on this. And I thought that was kind of funny.
They should do that every time, every newscast. So anyway.
Well, we'll have to eventually start preparing to do our public service announcements and stuff on what to do to get ready. I do that every year. I start this time of year when I'm in the store, I buy a couple extra cans and put them up in the cabinet. Start collecting batteries because batteries are expensive. Check all my little camping lights, and you don't have to worry. You are going to
never can tell.
ready if something happens because you have that home generator system.
We got the generator going. That'll take care of things.
Jealous.
So we'll do that. I think I know who this is. Good morning. I couldn't see the whole number. What's
that's okay, ready for how you lead.
Well, hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good. I hope you all are too.
We're hanging in there, Chris.
Speaking of the hurricanes, and I love tracking them since as Ready for Des, I've done it for over 40 years. We are actually in what is called ENSO, the NSO, which is a recurring climate pattern change. yearly in temperature of waters. And basically, what it's done is we may be saying goodbye permanently to La Nina. And in a short synopsis to save time, winds should be shifted this year, should be west to east, which of course obviously helps eastern Atlantic Ocean people like us. Not good for those in the Gulf Stream. We've already had that one that popped up and went down to Cuba. But I think that's my own personal opinion, why the brains that give the names and say, oh, well, it's going to be above average, below average, it's going to be average. Like you, I don't think they know what they're talking about all the time.
These are just numbers somebody pulled out of their hat, because you've got 40, 30, and 30. That's an even split, above average, average, or below average. Duh.
Yeah. And so now they're saying, okay, well, we're not going to have La Nina anymore. Okay. Well, then that means we're going to have El Nino all the time, or in the middle of what used to be La Nina and El Nino. And so, who can figure these people out? I think they like to come up with a bunch of things.
Chris.
Just pretty much says, you know what? Yeah, it's one of the only, not so much national hurricane centers and stuff, but we think about meteorologists. Where else can you have a job where you're 50% right, 50% wrong, and you still get paid?
No, you get a raise.
I know. I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be a meteorologist. If I could do my career all over again, that's what I'd want to be. I want to chase storms.
Well, okay.
I want to stand in the eye of the hurricane.
Well, there's nothing happening in the eye of a hurricane.
I know it. Exactly.
Well, on my bucket list, and it's not going to happen, I know that, but it's still on there, is to fly into a Cat 4 with the all-female crew. And just to get to the eye.
You dirty old man.
Just to get to the eye.
You. That would be an interesting flight, though, to actually fly into the eye, flying with the hurricane hunters.
They offered me.
Did
but I'm not going to do it.
Why?
Because one hasn't gone down yet, but it would be mine.
Well, if it does, you change your mind, Ray, for good luck with it.
Well, at least people would know who you were.
Yeah,
you made history.
Who I was.
Yeah. Don't worry, I think they're pretty safe. But also, congrats on your coverage of downtown Court Street reunion. One of my friends, Terry Downing, Rayford, he got a chance to talk to you a lot afterwards.
Yep.
And enjoyed that conversation.
It was so great.
And Terry played the electric guitar and did some filling in.
Oh, he was good.
Just a very good, very, very good coverage of it. And looked like a great turnout.
It was a great turnout. And the Goose, as he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Goose Downing.
Yes. I got some video of him just hammering on the guitar. So
yes, you did. That was I came home from church that day because he and I used to be roommates in our radio days. We were roommates at the same time, but I couldn't make his showing at 4:00. But it came home from mass, and there it was. Lee, your coverage of it.
Yeah, the keyboard player. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, fascinating to watch him.
He told me Sunday night he's looking for next year's reunion.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, we're going to be in the planning stages. We're going to do a postmortem here shortly. Then we're going to get into the planning stages for next year.
And we met our goals, so we're happy.
That appears is the important thing.
That's right.
It's a very good cause, and so thanks for all y'all's hard work. Keep up the good efforts, and Rayford, give it a thought. All female crew, come on.
I don't know that they'd let either one of you on their plane.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Chris.
You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Oh, wait a minute. We're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood. Straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172. Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1809. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Vacation season is here, and Mixed Masters Concrete in Beulaville takes this time to remind you to drive carefully. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated, 3661 East Highway 24 in Beulaville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, concrete for outdoor kitchens. Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153. And they deliver on Saturdays. Nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated of Beulaville. When you need ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulaville, 910-298-6153. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You were talking about some of the calls that you got, and like from supposedly Amazon and from other places. We all got these calls. You know, they come to us regularly. I got a landline, so you can imagine how many I get.
Well, I got one yesterday from a woman with a heavy accent saying she was calling from Amazon, and she was calling about the $1,000 such and such laptop that I had just purchased. I'm like, just laughed at her and hung up.
Apparently our drug cartels are behind a lot of this.
Really?
In Mexico. As many as 8 young workers in a Mexican drug cartel scam call center confirmed dead after reportedly attempting to quit their jobs.
Oh,
U.S. and Mexican authorities say the 8 young workers were reported missing last month after relatives became suspicious when they had not returned from their office in the western city of Guadalajara.
Mm.
Human remains were then found last week, discarded in plastic bags in the western state of, I don't know how do you do that one anyway, western part of California, of Mexico. They have now confirmed the remains were the call center workers.
oh no. They didn't want them to leave. They knew too much.
They didn't want them to leave. 6 men and 2 women reported missing in the case. And according to a report, their families believe they worked at a normal call center when in fact they were working for the New Generation Cartel.
Oh, that's crazy.
This cartel is among the most violent in Mexico.
Ooh.
Well known for its drug trafficking, extortion, and kidnapping businesses, but authorities have confirmed the cartel is branched into running call centers, typically target Americans for scams such as offers to purchase fake timeshares. Got to take a break. You're live in local Real Talk right after Fox News. We'll be back. You will take your calls at that time. You want to chat? Ring us up. 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Former President Trump denies reports that he's been told he'll be charged soon by the special counsel investigating classified documents taken from the White House. His legal team has been told it's a possibility.
Fox has confirmed that the former president's lawyers have been notified that President Trump is the target of Jack Smith's look into the handling of classified material. Sources tell Fox the official notification from the Justice Department came several days ago.
Fox's Kevin Uretsky. At least 4 children and 1 adult are stabbed in France.
This happened in the city of Annecy, which is in the Alps near the border with Switzerland. Local officials say the attack took place in a playground near the city centre. The children who were stabbed are all around 3 years old.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Police say the attacker, who is in custody, told them that he's from Syria seeking asylum. Some of the victims are said to be in critical condition. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
Computer is doing some strange things over here.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. I was like,
don't know what that is.
Maybe it'll correct itself. I don't know.
I found the X out of it.
Was it we were talking about when we went to commercial about the scammers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of scammers out there. I'm able to block calls after they come in from future calls from that same number now on my landline. I just found that capability, and I think our numbers have slowed down. I haven't heard it ring as much, but I'm sure that they will just program in new numbers that are also fake.
Yes.
And the bad thing about it is, Robbie has, she's involved in a lot of activities outside the home. So a lot of the people in her clubs, they call her on the landline.
Right.
If I don't recognize the number, or if it's not in our system,
you're not blocking it, are you?
I will block it when it comes in, unless I know who they are, or unless they leave a message.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully,
I
all of
see.
her friends will leave a message.
Well, I got one last week from a foreigner, let's just say that, and it was telling me that I had become eligible for some kind of free health gadget or whatever. And I said, ma'am, I think you have the wrong number. This is the office of the FBI. And she hung up. I'm like, wow, lock that one.
They're all over the place. Anybody got any great
constantly.
stories? It's like the one a few years ago. If you got any good stories about scam calls that you're getting, or if you have questions to ask about some of the scam calls you think may be scam calls, give us a call. Some of them sound kind of legit.
Yes.
The one I got a few years ago, I had my recorder there.
Right.
Just happened. I was checking something, and I answered the phone landline, and the guy said, I'm from Windows, and I want to talk to you about your Windows.
Yeah, let me in your computer.
And I said, we just put in new windows here all around the house. These environmental type windows, they're thicker, and
Yes.
they save energy. No, not those windows. Windows in your computer. I said, my computer doesn't have any windows in it. It's a computer.
You were just making him mad, weren't you?
No, he was just getting frustrated. And he said, no, this is for a program in your computer. And they said, have you got your computer there? And I said, certainly. I didn't, but I said,
Yes.
certainly. Can you open it up? Yeah. I don't use this thing very much. What do you want me to do? He said, can you power it up? I said, you mean turn it on? He said, yeah.
Plug it in.
No. I said, do you know where the button is?
Oh my goodness.
And so we finally got there. Okay, I've got it turned on now. What do I do? Well, I want you to click on that Windows little button there in the bottom. I said, I don't see a Windows. Where's the button? All I got is this little thing here. I scroll across and with my finger, and it sends a little funny across the screen. No. The bottom of your screen. Oh. I still don't see any windows there either. This went on for the longest time.
Oh, that man probably cut his wrist after talking
17
to you.
minutes to be exact.
Holy. Oh, he was mad. Oh, he was mad.
He was irritated.
Oh, no. When
He
hung-
wasted 17 minutes. I
Yes.
saved a whole lot of people from a phone call, from phone calls that morning, because I kept him busy. And he probably started drinking afterwards.
Well, I think our sheriff's department put out a notice last week that people are once again getting calls from an alleged deputy saying that they have an arrest warrant out. So,
Just tell him to bring it on. You won't be taken alive.
I had one call me one time with that, and I said, "Well, come get me. I'll be waiting for you."
What are you serving for lunch? No, I don't want that. What's for dinner? Then you can come
Yes.
get me for dinner.
Well, you do know that North Carolina House and Senate have passed a bill to legalize betting on sports now
I heard.
in our great state. The bill is now gone to the governor, waiting for him to sign it, and rumor is that he will sign it.
Oh, yeah.
It passed both chambers with bipartisan support. It went through the Senate first. Senate passed it, went to the House, passed it, went back, and the Senate wanted to add on racetrack, horse racing to it.
Mhm.
And so they added that and sent it back, and everything was approved and voted on and they sent it to the governor. So we're waiting for the governor to sign it. And this bill would enable people to legally bet on sports in person or at the brick and mortar buildings that, where you can go. They're one of those businesses where
Bookie
you can
joints
go.
that are
Bookie
legal-
joints.
legal
Yeah, there you
bookies.
go. Or you can do it online and through smartphone apps.
Now, here's the thing. Is the state going to now set up a gaming commission?
Oh, I imagine
Like they
so.
did a lottery commission? And
Well-
that lottery commissions, those guys spend a lot of money.
Well, your betting will now be tracked, and you'll be expected, if you have any winnings, to pay taxes on.
Oh,
So,
yes.
the state's going to make money off of this. But I know there's a lot of concern with gambling experts, and we have this one. What was the name of that? They Stop Predatory Gambling National Director. He said you can sit in your pajamas and literally lose every last dollar in your savings account, retirement,
You can lose your
and
job
kids'
too.
college tuition. But a lot of this talk was the same when they came out with the lottery.
Yep.
There was people against it, and there was people for it. People against it were saying that people are going to spend all their money,
And a lot of people have.
yes. But the old sports saying is, eat your betting money, but don't bet your eating money.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we're anxious to see how this is going to. Have you noticed all the new bills coming out this year
Well, yeah.
with the Republican majority?
Try to slip them through.
Yes.
We'll see.
Where they've been hitting them left and right.
Hey, tomorrow, Sports Talk with Chris Rayners back again at
Ooh.
9:00 in the morning. This week, Scott Smith and Marisa Reeder with the Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission.
Yes.
They will join in to discuss tons there are a lot of events that are coming up, as we know. We've had Marisa on here before, and this summer is loaded up with things to do in that arena. So it should be interesting. Should be an interesting morning. So next several months, an East Coast Invitational Team Camp. That's June 22nd. You can, if you want to find out more about this in advance, just go to www.playjosc.com. Okay, you can get a little bit more information online, but listen tomorrow morning because Chris and his fantastic host tomorrow, Marisa Reeder and Scott Smith, will be kicking off Sports Talk at 09 right after.
And we've
this
had
show.
both of them on
Yes,
our
we
show
have.
quite often. Great people.
Yep. So.
And Chris needs to come see us one day.
Yeah, we need to get him back in here.
we need to get him back
We
in
get
here.
him back in here prior to football season for sure, for high school
Yes.
football.
Oh,
Because
yes.
we need a preview of the teams, and he's the one guy that I know that can do that.
Mhm.
Maybe we could get Steve Goodson to come in with him.
Oh, yes, that would be
I
great.
think that would
I'd
be
love to
great.
see Steve again.
Yes, Representative Chris Stewart, a Republican out of Utah. Yesterday, he submitted his letter of resignation from Congress
He
and
quit.
in a letter to the Utah's governor. Said he would be stepping down as a member of the House of Representatives effective September 15th. He had announced earlier that, because of some illness with his wife, he was going to be stepping away from that. That's a grueling chore anyway.
Yes, it is.
To have to spend that much time away from home. Here's what's going to happen. His resignation will leave open a Republican seat on the House Appropriations and Intelligence Committees and reduce an already narrow GOP majority to just 4 seats. But there will be apparently a special election held.
Yes.
Utah law states that the governor must call for a special election in the event of a House vacancy. Once Stewart makes his resignation official, which he's done, Republican Governor Spencer Cox will have 7 days to set the time for a primary and special election.
Feel sorry for that Board of Elections.
The law requires those dates to be the same as municipal primary and general elections scheduled for this year, unless the state legislature appropriates funds to hold a separate election. Not likely to happen because, they just do without him for a while.
The amount of money spent on a special election is a lot.
Well, it's the same as for a full election.
Right. Remember when we had the special election to replace the vacancy that Walter Jones left behind when he passed?
Yep.
Oh, that was a mess.
And there was a runoff involved in that.
And
one.
then there was a runoff involved. Poor Jason, he got his full of it. And he
Yeah.
just become director, and he was getting hit left and right with all these special things that were occurring. Hurricane, special elections,
Quickly followed by the
COVID,
pandemic.
the pandemic. I mean, God bless him.
What a mess! What a mess! And
He did good.
I don't. Can the Republicans hold on to the seat in Utah? Probably.
Probably.
So that
He got
appropriations
elected.
committee is going to be something they're going to have
Did
to
it
deal with right
mention
away.
his election? How what his percentage was when he was elected?
not.
It did not. No.
No.
We could probably look it up. But
Well, it's still chilly out there. It's after 8 o'clock and it's 62 degrees.
I'm loving it. Well, maybe it's probably the haze.
Yeah, and that might be it.
The haze. It's keeping the sun from coming out.
There you go. Let's see. We may as well take a break.
Yeah, we could do
Let's
that.
see. What do we got here? Coming up after the break.
We'll talk about that hurricane. I mean, that volcano that's started erupting again. And I've seen it. Beautiful to look at, all the lava spilling out,
Oh, great.
which is not a good thing, but
No.
it's beautiful.
And a rural Oregon movement to join Greater Idaho gains traction with a vote in the 12th county. Uh-oh.
What?
Oregon
What
wants
is
to. Oregon wants to. Rural Oregon wants to be called Idaho. Wants to join Greater Idaho. We'll have to figure that one out when we come back here.
Yes.
Live and local, real talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We will be right back.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Good morning, you bad, beautiful bosses. This is Carrie Cobb, your boss mortgage broker from Empire Financial, NMLS 1987537.
And good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local realtor, here with LPT Realty in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of North Carolina. Your boss tip for today is to stop renting and start owning, because now is the right time to buy a home. Contact our team and let us help you approach the home buying process the boss way by building opportunities through simple solutions.
Text or call your lender today at 910-382-2188 or your realtor at 910-340-0224. Empire Financial, NMLS 2108504. Equal Opportunity Employer and Housing Lender. Visit empirefi.com for terms and conditions. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down home down the street on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Whole boneless strip loin, just $8.99 a pound. Value pack fresh ground round is only $3.79 a pound. Whole bone-in pork loin, $1.49 a pound. Quarter sliced pork loin is only $1.89 a pound. How about whole bottom round? $3.59 a pound. 16-ounce size of butterball turkey, you get 2 for $7. And jumbo pack thighs and drumsticks is just $1.09 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, yellow or zucchini squash is only 99 cents a pound. Whole seedless watermelons, $4.99 each. Fresh North Carolina blueberries are only $2.99 a pint. California cherries are only $5.99 a pound. How about tropical mangoes, 99 cents each. Tomatoes on the vine, great with those burgers, just $1.49 a pound. And you get a 3-pound bag of navel oranges for just $4.99. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. The Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing needs right here in Jacksonville, the only place like that of its kind, located on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Wow, it's a great location. Been there for a long, long time as Tideline Marine, but before that, it was the Ice House.
I remember.
Oh, my goodness. And George recovered a pair of tongs that they used to drag those big blocks of ice out with.
Really?
He found a rusted pair of them somewhere down in the basement area, and he's got those down there. We ought to clean them up and put them on display.
Oh,
But,
sure.
there's a lot of history in that building. But anyway, they're getting ready to open their doors in about 11 minutes, and come on down. We're moving the boats out now for display, and take a look at some of those boats. There, a new Lund boat is on display out there. It's a really cool little boat. It's about a 14 or 15 footer, maybe it could be 16. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's nice. It gets into the backwaters, the creeks, the shallow areas where quite often you can't go with a bigger boat. It will be the perfect shallow water boat for you to go fishing for reds and the speckled trout, that kind of stuff. Perfect little craft for that. I also got the nice pontoons there. We got a couple of really nice, they're tri-tunes. They're pontoons with an extra tune. They do very well on the hot or the waters. They run fast. If you want to go fast, they run slow. If you just want to do a little sunset cruise, watch the sun go down, take pictures, and have a glass of wine if you want to. Can be a fun evening for you and a bunch of your friends. There's plenty of seating capacity on those boats. Tideline Marine again, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northerly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, becoming southerly this afternoon. Seas about 2 feet, 3 feet. Dominant period, 3 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, and it is hazy, and it's going to remain hazy for a while today. Northwesterly winds tomorrow around 5 knots, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3, dominant period 4 seconds. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Saturday, westerly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, and that's going to even get flatter this afternoon.
Very nice. And today we have a 30% chance of showers, partly sunny with a high near 77. Calm wind becoming west around miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 56. Sunny with a high near 81. Northwest wind 3 to 8 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 55. And Saturday, sunny with a high near 84. Beautiful.
Out there in Oregon, Wallowa County has become the 12th Oregon county to join the Greater Idaho movement. When the special elections results on the measures were finalized on Tuesday, the vote originally took place in May, with preliminary results showing support for the effort, leading by only votes. After all votes were finalized in June, the lead shrunk to only 7 votes, narrowly avoiding the state requirement for a recount. The Greater Idaho effort originally began 3 years ago as an idea for a large part of rural eastern Oregon to secede and join the more conservative Idaho to get away from the western progressive part of the state. With Wallowa County's vote, 12 out of 12 counties that have held an election on a Greater Idaho measure of any kind have voted in favor of exploring this move. Support for the proposal in the Idaho legislature for formal talks between the two states' legislatures about redrawing the border has been split across party lines, with Democrats opposing the idea and Republicans say, yeah, go for it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Why can't we all just get along?
That's not going to happen. At the same time, they have world peace.
You're
Okay,
absolutely.
so here's the situation. If the effort is successful, Idaho's population would increase by 21%. And analysis also found that moving the Idaho state line could provide an annual net benefit to the state's government by as much as $170 million. Think about the property taxes. Moving the Idaho-Oregon border would require the approval of both state legislatures and in U.S. Congress.
We waste so much time in our Congress with stuff like this.
Well, if they got, if House, U.S. House has primarily conservative support, if it continues that way by the time this gets around, then this is a measure that could pass. We could see. Now, what would happen with Oregon? They would lose a big chunk of land.
Yes, they would.
And they would lose a significant part of their revenue. They might even have to lay people off.
A lot of factors.
There would be more Congress people.
That's right.
from enlarged Idaho.
I would think they would
And-
have to have special
and
elections.
Oregon would lose
That's true.
congressional.
Because if
districts.
those districts change,
Yep.
where one might pick up an extra, another one is going to lose it.
Uh-huh.
And then I would think, I don't know what their laws are there concerning that, but maybe another special election.
It's special, all right.
Hey, we were earlier talking about school getting out.
Yeah.
And, seniors and their pranks. Well, in the Alamance Burlington school system, they had 7 seniors that were charged at 6 different schools doing pranks that caused over $4,000 worth of damage to some of the schools. Students were able to gain access through the gym, and in one case, through the roof. Pictures show a moped and traffic barriers on school roofs, damage to classrooms and hallways, a courtyard littered with toilet paper, multiple walls that were egged, and 8 toilets and 6 urinals filled with concrete. The vandals also stacked picnic tables and scattered dead fish around the campus. I think the worst one was like filling the urinals with concrete.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's not good.
No. Legendary Christian broadcaster Pat Robertson
I
spun a local
that.
Virginia station into the Global Christian Broadcasting Network. Has died. He was 93.
My mama used to listen to him.
His cause of death was not given in the announcement. My goodness. He was known for his 700 Club television show. Had also
Yes.
made a run for the White House back in 1988, seeking the Republican nomination. Story is developing.
A lot of celebrity news. I know Shannon Daltrey that played, what was it, Beverly Hills 90210 or whatever.
Mhm.
She was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2015, went into remission, but her cancer is back and now it has spread to her brain.
Oh my.
For those that were big fans of Shannon Daltrey. So a lot of news. A lot of news. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I detest even turning on the TV at news time and
Yeah.
uh-oh.
This
French-
is
the knife?
This is one that we heard a little story on Fox News
Yes.
earlier. A Syrian national was arrested early today, after he's accused of stabbing 4 children and an adult in the French Alps town of Annecy.
You're better at it than me.
Annecy, and a knife that the president Macron is decrying as an act of absolute cowardice. A witness said following the stabbing spree that he first saw first responders working on little bodies 3 or 4 years old, perhaps. The suspect has not been publicly identified, but a police official told Reuters that he is a Syrian national with legal refugee status in the country. Oh man, 2 children and 1 adult have life-threatening injuries. The other 2 children were slightly hurt.
That's so
Come
sad.
on,
Kids
people.
too. And New Bern police did a raid on an illegal business on Broad Street
Really?
in New Bern. Yes, and they
What kind of illegal business?
selling alcohol beverages without a state permit to do so. Let me ask you this: bringing up permits. If you have a business, it's my understanding in the state of North Carolina, you have to be certified through the Secretary of State for a permit for your business, correct?
I understand that, yes.
What if the state suspended your permits and you were still operating?
You would have a problem.
I would think so too.
Well, here's what they if they were selling it, or there are 2 types of the liquor licenses they can get. There's on-premise and off-premise.
Right. I'm familiar with that.
Off-premise, you can get one and sell beer or wine in your store, so people can take it. They can't drink it in your store. Can't have a cocktail hour. You can't have anything like that. They can take it and go to their own property and consume it. On premise, of course, you can set up a bar. There are all sorts of stipulations for that and that's regulated highly, of course, because
Yes, we
alcohol
once
law
owned a bar. Never
alcohol law
again.
enforcement guys go in to inspect those on a regular basis. They check the others too for make sure they're not doing anything wrong. But for on-premise stuff, then that's that can be serious.
Yes.
Serious inspections.
Well, in this raid, they seized U.S. currency, which dollars, a firearm, 1 jar of non-tax paid liquor, and over 100 containers of malt beverages and
Okay.
several bottles of liquor.
If you're serving liquor, you have to go to the ABC system. Their liquor by the drink
That's right.
store is not. You can't just go buy any bottle of liquor from the ABC store. You have to go to the other one because you pay higher taxes on it.
Right.
It costs you more. A lot of these individuals that I've been with ALE when they were raiding some of these places or checking them. ALE will surreptitiously, when they inspect the bottles you've got on the bar,
Yes.
they put a little spot there on it that you can't even see.
Ooh.
So if they come back and it's got more liquor in it than it had when they did that, that means you went to the liquor store as an individual and bought it and filled up
I
the
wouldn't have
bottle.
thought of refilling the same bottle. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
have just put a brand new bottle up
No,
there.
that because the new bottles, if you buy it at the LBD store, have got another sticker on them showing that you've already paid the taxes on it.
Sneaky devils.
Yes. Well, if there's a will, there's a way. Extra buck, save a buck, make a buck. But that's probably what was happening. That's what I'm going to guess. They were playing games. They may not have a license to, or they may have a license. I don't know whether it's now been suspended, likely.
Well, they were selling it without the state permit. So I would imagine that that's probably in reference to the alcohol license,
Yes.
the state permit.
Yes,
Now,
it
whether
is.
they had a business license or not, it didn't really say.
Yeah, that's generally going to be a city or a county.
Yes. They said they were charged, each gentleman was charged with possession for sale alcoholic beverages without first obtaining the applicable ABC permit and revenue licenses and possessing non-taxable alcoholic beverages. Didn't they know? Didn't they?
Yes, they know.
I
But
mean, yeah, go to Food Line and buy some beer, then open up a store and sell it. I mean,
Uh-huh.
really? Everyone knows you can't do that.
well, I don't know where they get their beer from a beer supplier generally, beer
Right.
and wine, but I don't know whether they can legally go to any other location or not and buy it.
You know, I noticed in all my
For
trips
resale.
to Texas, on every corner, like we have 7-Elevens here, they had liquor stores.
Yes.
In Texas, they're not under government control
Correct.
like we
They're
have here.
private.
And they were just everywhere. You just go into, it was like,
Florida the same way.
yes, you could just go in there and buy what you want.
You can buy it on Sundays in Florida.
Right.
Texas too, likely.
Oh, do you remember when we went through all that here in our state about opening up sales on Sundays and then the liquor by the drink law and
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was in Wilmington when the LBD law came into effect. You couldn't go to a restaurant, order a drink. When they did finally pass the law that you could do that, restaurants had to initially sell 51% or more of their sales had to come from the restaurant
Right.
or from food service.
Right. Yeah, it was interesting. And then we got into the whole big issue with the brunch bill. They ended up
Yeah.
passing all that here in the county
Yeah,
and the city.
and before that, if you wanted to have a bottle, you had to do what they called brown bagging. Bring it in,
That's right.
give it to the waitress, and she would set it up, and then she'd bring your drink back to you.
Yes, poured from the bottle you brought
Yep,
in.
that's about it. Steve, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. Doing
Good
well. Hope
morning.
you are today.
Hanging in here.
Yeah. Want to say I hope Kelly gets to feeling better soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Hope
too.
she's feeling better today.
I hope she is too. She's she's having a little bit of an issue or two, but she's on the road to mending.
She's taking a lot of
I got you.
antibiotics.
I got you. Well, I wish her a speedy recovery. I hope she does well with it.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah. Something I've been thinking about this week that Lee, you had mentioned a couple of times. I've heard you say you know, when we get to talking about certain stories that are in the news, I heard you say that you're not sure who to believe anymore.
That's the truth.
And I think there's a lot of people who are in that position, you know, and
That's
I
why
fully
they don't
understand
vote.
it.
That's exactly why they
You know?
don't vote too.
Vote.
Well, you know, I think the reason we get position is because the people we thought we could trust appear to not be telling us the truth or the whole truth, and the ones they told us we couldn't trust appear to be telling us the truth about that. So it puts us in limbo of not knowing who to trust, you know. And I've been there. I went through that. My nephew fact checked me on conservative media that I used to, you know, primarily consume. And it pushed me into a place where I started listening to both sides of any issue. And what I've noticed, and I could be wrong about this, and you probably know more about it, Rayford, than I do, but it seems like between conservative and liberal media, both of them twist the story to the point that it's almost not true. But what I found is if one side says something that's inaccurate, the other side will pounce on that like vultures, and they tell the truth by default because that's the story, not because of some moral high ground, but because that's the story. And so when I watch both sides of an issue, I listen to both sides of them, and the one that I lean towards, I fact check on to make sure that what they said was accurate.
And that's pretty much
And
what I've been
I've still gotten
doing.
burned on
Right.
that a couple times, you know, but
Well, that brings up a point here. CNN has a new interim leadership team, right?
Yes.
The husband of a member of that team is a Biden administration official who also served as key position in Hillary Clinton's State Department. So now a member of the CNN News leadership team is married to a devout Democrat in Biden's administration and Hillary Clinton's State Department. You know, I would not hire somebody like that to have been on my team. There's just no way. I'm sorry if your spouse is going to keep you from getting a job with a television news operation that I had. No, I would not do it. Just flat would not do it.
I would tend to, on the face of it, agree with you that with that, you know. And I think the whole thing of that, your spouse, who your spouse is, and what they do has no bearing on you. I think that's you know, inaccurate. You know, it's going to.
It is
we all have
inaccurate.
biases, and it's about how, you know, we choose really what our biases are to a certain extent. You know, by what we consume.
Just imagine, you know, when they come home, they get together wherever they would be together at the time, and the wife says, "You fix your own blasted dinner because I don't like what you put on the air today."
Ooh. Well,
that could happen,
or
and I get
something
that they're-
even worse.
I'm sorry.
they better just go ahead and get an attorney on retainer. Mm.
And I'm sure there are some adult couples out there who can somewhat keep their personal life and their private life separate.
I
But,
wouldn't
I mean,
try.
it's
I would
still
take
gonna
a.
have an influence.
I would not take a chance if I was as the news director. That was not going to happen.
Well, and also it's bad optics.
Yes, it is.
You know, and TV's all about optics. You know, but you know, anyway. But that's what I kind of felt about that is, you know, when it's hard to know who to believe. To me, as soon as somebody tells you can only listen to us, the other side you can't listen to, that's a red flag.
Yeah,
That really
I agree.
makes me want to hear what the other side has to say.
Oh,
agree.
I refused. Oh my! Nobody wants to tell me that.
Right. But I mean, that's something that has been told, you know, to a lot of conservatives, and a lot of them believe that, you know, that you cannot listen to the other side no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. And I've just learned that whenever major news stories come out, that I look at all sides and try to go from there. But I find you have your very far right TV stations and news media, you have your very far left. So they're going to spin it the way they want to spin it. And unfortunately, too many people believe what they say. And it's just like with people putting stuff on Facebook like according to such and such. Well, they never vet their sources. They don't vet the websites that they're getting this from. And most of it is garbage websites.
Yep.
And I've had to tell a lot of my friends, look, you need to vet where you're getting this information from, because they would send it to me and say, will you please share? And I'm like, no. If you go check that website, it's a fictitious website, or it's known for putting out sarcasm,
Yep.
satirical type stuff, and stuff that's not true. And there's so much of it. I feel like that news is slowly starting to change, but we've got this huge election coming up on us. I don't see a big change until after that. So,
Yeah, I think somehow we've had all these news organizations that do not have to have a
standard,
ethical standards.
Yeah.
And we allow that to go on.
Right.
I know we've always had our tabloid papers, but like I've said before, that
unregulated.
Right, and that's an issue, man. If you've got somebody who's telling people fiction is fact, that's going to cause a problem down the road in our society. It's caused problems in societies long before ours came along.
Well, here's the thing: is you tell one person that, or you read it, or you see it on TV or wherever, then you start spreading it on Facebook or other social media, anti-social media, and then you start telling friends, and that story grows, and it grows in the wrong directions all the time.
Yeah, I tell you, I hate to step on the biblical side, but the internet is the beast.
Oh, absolutely.
It can be great, but it sucks.
And Steve, like I know, there's so many people who read something on the internet, and because it's on the internet or it's on social media, it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Well, Rayford's always saying that.
Yeah.
I've also started employing the tactic of looking at the people around that situation and how they are reacting, and does their reaction match the story?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's been a big tell to me about things that are not true right out the gate.
I agree.
All right, we're up against our break time.
Got to go commercial,
Thank
Steve.
you, guys.
Thank you.
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
It's Rick Dees right here. Join me weekdays from 10 till 3 p.m. on your Daily D's right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors are engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories sold separately allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point.
Father's Day is Sunday, June 18th, in case you forgot. So make the Father's Day in your life feel extra special with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Father's Day jewelry has been reduced 40% on all in-store merchandise. State jewelry. You are guaranteed to find the perfect Father's Day gift at Barnes Diamond Gallery. With an in-store jeweler, Barnes Diamond Gallery can custom design a special and unique piece just for you. Being family owned and operated for 41 years, many of our area's fathers and grandfathers grew up with Barnes Diamond Gallery. So why not remember them this Father's Day, Sunday, June 18th, with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 421 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Remember, Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top prices for gold, sterling silver jewelry, sterling flatware, and diamonds. Happy Father's Day from Barnes Diamond Gallery.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, her story is disturbing, really disturbing. A bunch of them today. A Florida teenager apparently stabbed his ex-girlfriend, a high school star softball player, then slit his own throat.
Ooh.
After he followed her to a restaurant where she was having dinner with her mother.
Oh.
18-year-old Spencer Ross Pearson tracked his ex-flame, 17-year-old Madison Schmitz, to a restaurant in upscale Ponte Vedra, whatever,
To a
beach
restaurant, yeah.
near Jacksonville. The
Right.
recent high school graduate had been stalking and harassing her since she broke up with him in April. That's according to the arrest warrant.
Oh, and beautiful young couple.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Schmitz was eating with her mother and friend when she spotted her ex seated at a nearby table. And anyway, she said, we got to go, got to get out of here. But didn't work.
Young man obviously had some deep rooted issues.
Slashed her in the forehead and leg.
Oh.
Good Samaritan was sitting in the eatery's parking lot when he heard screaming and rushed over to help. Two girls in trouble getting attacked by a guy. He said, I would hope most people would do the same.
Absolutely.
Kudos to the mom. I think she's the real reason that girl is still alive.
Ooh.
Pearson turned the knife on himself and sliced his own throat several times, telling witnesses he was attempting to kill himself.
And did he succeed?
Nope.
He lived.
Yeah. Schmitz was stabbed and suffered damage to her spinal cord, which left her temporarily paralyzed. Stabbed 15 times. Stabbed and cut 15 times.
Oh, you need to find a feel good story.
Holy
That's
moly.
just horrible.
Two Sinaloa cartel members are going to prison for trafficking more than 2,000 kilograms of cocaine, 130 kilograms of heroin, and 300 pounds of meth into the United States in a year while bragging about murdering snitches and intercepted messages. These two this brilliant guy, both of them 42 years old, were sentenced Monday to 38 and 30 years in federal prison, respectively, after they pleaded guilty in 2019 to peddling drugs between 2015 and 2016. Federal investigators intercepted messages that showed two victims partially clothed on the ground with their hands bound behind their backs, and then photographs of the victim shot dead in a pool of blood with a sign taped to victim number one's back that read in Spanish, "This is what happens to my scum snitches." Another message Madrid sent in August 2016 included a photo of what appeared to be a dead Mexican police officer to prove he keeps his word.
Oh, no, I can almost understand why so many Mexicans are trying to cross the border. Mexico, there are people crazy. Look at all the drugs and money.
Look at the money seized.
Whoa.
$950,000 in Chicago back in 2015.
Man, I better hope a pack of that doesn't fall off the truck accidentally.
Well, that's staged there. They
Certainly,
seized it and
yes.
put it in the back of one of their, probably a DEA truck.
Hey, let's come closer to home.
Okay.
County commissioners, not Onslow. I'm just, we're not even going to talk about Onslow. We're going to talk about Pitt County.
Uh-huh.
Pitt County commissioners met Tuesday night, and they considered a 6% pay increase for all county employees in the budget, which is what the sheriff Paula Dance wanted, which was passed, but she's also was asking for another 5% on top of that for the county sheriff deputies, which they did not get. It was voted down 8-1 to increase it by another 5%. So she has said she will be back every single meeting to express herself on that.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Well, she was there. Where'd you go, Kelly?
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, there you
Can
are.
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hold on just a second? We need to play some commercials.
Yep, go ahead and
All
take
right.
your break.
You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
June 18th is Father's Day. This reminder is brought to you by Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert. Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you're there to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County only outdoor range to practice and safely learn how to operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice or sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's old firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24, between Jacksonville and Swansboro and Hubert. Hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Phone 916-53-7593. Remember, June 18th is Father's Day.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands and offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
If your plans include travel or getting on the water this summer, please do so responsibly. This reminder comes from Waterway Realty in Swansboro. If you are looking to purchase a second home, condominium, cottage, or just a little fishing hut to get away in, Waterway Realty can help. Buying a new or second home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the Friendly City by the City of Swansboro can help. Waterway Realty offers personalized service and experience when buying a home and will answer all the questions you may have about schools, transportation, shopping, and all that goes into buying a home other than just the price. Todd Matthews is a local boy growing up in Swansboro and is ready to help you find the home you're looking for. Give Todd a call today, 910-330-8659. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the Friendly City by the Sea, Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back. And Kelly, you're still with us?
I'm still here.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I feel today's not a good day. I thought it was going to be, and
Oh,
the nausea has kicked in, and that's I hate to be nauseated. It's rough.
that's all that
And I'm
antibiotics are
hungry.
on.
Everybody go eat something for me. Hadn't eaten in 3 days now.
Oh,
And
boy.
I'm starving. Everything on TV, every commercial is a food commercial. So you don't and I'm not kidding when I say this, you do not realize how much we are inundated with food commercials until you can't eat. And then you're watching TV and that's all there is. I think we're just so accustomed to it. We don't even notice it. But when you're sitting here starving and your stomach's growling, you're hungry, every commercial just looks amazing. So, but I'm trugging along, taking my medicine.
You need to pick some good movies is what you need to do and forget about it.
I've watched about everything I can so far. Yeah, I'm looking for some other ones. I need to find me a Netflix series or something I can binge since I can't do anything else.
Did you ever try that
I do wanna call
Firefly Lane?
I'm sorry?
Did you try the
No,
fire?
you know what? I'll try that.
Yes.
I'll try that one. I hadn't even done that one yet. I'll do that one. That'll give me something to do. Real quick, I want to call in. I want to tell Steve thanks for asking about me. I'm hanging in there. I think tomorrow I'm going to have to go in for an IV. I just don't have the strength to walk downstairs to get out of the house today. But that's okay. It happens every time with this. But I want to call and make a correction to something I said yesterday on the air. After talking with Melissa Oakley again yesterday, I had made the statement that when I talked with Melissa, she was explaining about the individual who had disseminated her health information, her private information, her 911 calls and such. And I had stated that she sent it to all the school board members. And she said, no, I misunderstood her. It was sent to Barry Collins, the superintendent, and the Ken Riddick, the board chair, as
Right.
well as various news media. So I just want to make a correction to my statement that I had mistakenly said it was sent to all school board and it wasn't. So
Still,
All right,
it was
but I need
sent.
you guys-
It was sent. It should not have been sent.
Right.
Bottom
correct,
line.
it should not have been sent. Yeah.
So,
And give I just think this whole thing is just sad, and I just scary that someone can obtain somebody's information like that, and then just have it disseminated so easily. It's actually it's scary to me. So it's bothersome, and I don't understand the motive behind it other than meanness. I don't know what other motive it would be. So, it's sad.
I know the meanness is with the person who not necessarily the original person who gave it up. That may
No,
have
no,
just
no, no. I don't. I think the person that gave it up. First of all, I think they didn't understand the rules. They didn't know that they were supposed to. You know, when there's a public records request or whatever was given, however it was done, there's protocol. But common sense should dictate that when it involves a 911 call and subsequent other health information, someone should have the employee should have consulted with a supervisor and said, "Hold on, am I allowed to give this?" rather than giving it. But the meanness came from the female individual that requested it, because I think she had some kind of ulterior motive. Don't know what, but
yeah. Well, obviously she has an ulterior motive. She put it out there,
yeah,
hoping to create hate and discontent and concern.
I think so. Yeah, it was sad.
So,
but anyway, I miss you guys.
Same here.
We miss you.
My little buddy Jake some pets for me and tell him I'll see him. I'm hoping next week. We'll see how this goes.
All right.
So,
Okay.
all right. I'll
Thank
see
you.
guys.
Bye.
All right.
All right, bye.
I miss
Sports
her.
Talk right after Fox News break with Chris Rayner. It's going to be happening this morning, a little after
No.
9 o'clock.
Tomorrow.
Did I say tomorrow?
You said today.
I said tomorrow, didn't I?
I
I don't know what I said. Anyway, to remind you, it is tomorrow. It's not today. It's after the Fox News break following our show every Friday morning. This week, Scott Smith and Marisa Reeder with the Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission will be there to talk about all the stuff that they got coming up. There's all sorts of activities available.
Yes.
Meanwhile, tomorrow morning,
We'll be back.
we have anybody?
Not yet.
Well,
We may have a miracle come in.
yeah, that's right. We don't
We have a lot
anybody
of
yet.
people. I'll stack it up for next week.
Yeah, we got next week pretty
So-
well booked, but maybe we'll find somebody. Maybe somebody will bump into me down the tide line today. I'll see y'all downtown. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The religious broadcaster Pat Robertson died, 93 years old.
He started the Christian broadcast